The following is a Just Green production.
Hello, everyone. It's the week of October 23rd, 2017. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this might be news to you. What up, everybody? It's week 10, Might Be News, season 2. Follow us on Twitter at Might Be News 24/7. That's Might Be News 247. Get at us on Facebook. Check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes. Follow, subscribe, share, tell your friends. I'm Taylor Cooper. With me, as always, my wonderful co-host. Say what up, Kev.
Yo.
What up, Dan?
What up?
We got a big week this week. We're not really rushing this week. Last week we kind of had to rush through some things. So this week we're going to take our time, which is nice because I'm tired. I'm very tired.
Late night?
It was a late night last night. Got together with a couple of my old music group friends. We were in a rap group called Organic Theory together. Made songs about smoking weed and fucking bitches. It was generally our thing. After listening to a bunch of our old songs last night, I said, well, we basically did two things back then. And that's smoke a lot of weed and think about fucking a lot of bitches. No, it was really nice, though. Shout out to DJ Brino, Joey K, and Unique Skills. That's who I saw last night. Also, shout out to MC equals Flan and the Agent 002. Miss you guys, too. I haven't seen them in a long time. We haven't been a music group in a while now, I guess. But we definitely did a lot together in, about 2010-ish. I guess is when it all kind of really started. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I get the the memories on my Facebook thing. Like 7 years ago today, you opened up for Method Man and Redman. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Crazy. You remember that?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
You also had some guest appearances by Mrs. C and Miss J.
Miss C, Miss J, your wife.
Miss C is my wife.
They sang on a couple things that we did later on. We were together for a while. We put out 3 albums total. 2 mixtapes from me and 3 instrumental projects from me. It was fun. It was a good time. Last night was good. We were going to record some, I was going to interview them and stuff, but we just decided to kind of get drunk and listen to old music, so it was fun. But now here I am, dragging. Real quick, so we're throwing together an idea, and we're going to do the good news here in a second, but we're throwing together an idea for some sort of a giveaway. We want to reward our listeners for actually listening to our show. Thank you. That's your reward. Just thank you. That's it. The giveaway. We're going to give away thanks. Thanks. Say thanks, Kev.
Thank you.
Danny, say thanks.
Thanks.
Just kidding. That's not all you're going to get. All right. So every week I name the episode after a quote from the show. Last week, for example, was season 2, episode 9, I Hate My Life. And that was a quote that Kev said after I told him that we'd never review a movie again after we all fell asleep on Blood Diamond.
Once again, that was a great pick.
Yeah, it was a great pick.
I was sitting there last night, dude. I was sitting there last night, laid back in my recliner. Amy goes, "You want to watch Blood Diamond?"
I give it a 7 or 8. It's a good movie.
Still haven't seen it.
It's good. But that's just an example. Okay, so what we want to do is you tell us the minute marker that I pulled the quote from and send us a message or, comment on one of our posts, the minute marker, and then we're going to get in touch with you via, messenger or something, email, whatever. But you got to give us proof that you follow us on Facebook or Twitter. and we're going to send you a free T-shirt. Boom. You know, we're not exactly sure what it's going to look like yet. We haven't made any yet, but we're going to. Nothing extravagant. You know, this isn't going to be on Fashion Week or anything like that. But I think that if you like the show and you like listening to us, and you're probably going to like a cool T-shirt from us. And like I said, we just want to thank our listeners because I know that there's at least a handful of them that tune in every single week, and that's just awesome. And people really seem to like listening to us talk about what we find interesting in the world today, with or without politics, which I'm going to stay away from this week. Okay, deal? Deal?
You think you can?
I know I can.
There's been a lot going on.
I don't have the energy today to deal with this bullshit. Don't get me started. All right, so on that note, here's some good news.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
All right, week 10 with the good news. What do you got, Danny?
Well, I only got like 1.5 stories. I thought we were doing this bullshit Nobel Peace Prize stuff. Turned out to be a lot more complicated than we thought.
Yeah, we're not as smart as some of these guys that got the prizes this year.
There was a lot of big words I didn't understand.
We don't understand the words in their bio.
So I got like 1.5 stories, and then we'll pass it over to Taylor. He'll do some Nobel Peace Prize shit. But my one story that I got is the Eagles veteran defensive end Chris Long will be playing the rest of the NFL season for free. Chris Long, who already had pledged to give away his first 6 game checks of this season for scholarships in his hometown of Charlottesville, Virginia, is now giving away the final 10 to 3 NFL cities. This season, Long has a base salary of $1 million. All of that money is now going to fund the education of others. Long, who is 32 years old, last Wednesday morning announced that he's giving away his final 10 checks this season to 4 organizations he's identified whose missions focus on making education easily accessible to underserved, young, while also providing students that support they need to develop strong social and emotional characters. Those 4 organizations are based in Philadelphia, Boston, St. Louis, and the 3 cities he played for during his NFL career. Chris Long stated that in my 10 years, I want to celebrate the awesome opportunity I've had to play football by giving back to the communities that have given me all these gifts. Education, opportunity, and equality are the best giveaway to a better tomorrow to everyone in America. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is very awesome. I was seeing a lot of that getting posted around this week.
So
Very cool.
He already gave away his first 6 paychecks.
His first 6 to Charlottesville, Virginia. And he
help with like the schools, right?
Correct.
Equality and education.
So his final 10, he's giving to the 4 cities that he has played for in his NFL career. He said that, you know, in 10 years of him playing football, if he did not give back, he would feel like he wasted those 10 years.
So his dad's Howie Long.
Correct.
Yeah. So he has the money that he can do this.
Well, not to mention this is also his 10th year in the league.
10th
I mean,
year.
and he's been a good player those 10 years, so I'm sure he's been getting.
But to just give away $1 million that's
every
awesome.
Game check he gets, he donates to an organization.
That's awesome.
So he literally is playing for free.
That's awesome.
He's playing very well for free.
He's playing very well. And the other good news story I have is the number 2 Penn State beat Michigan 42-13. Awesome game last night.
Wah, wah, wah.
They also beat the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Oh.
They also. Never mind.
Let's not go there.
Never mind. No, I like Penn State. I just don't like them a lot. I think that Happy Valley is a weird place filled with weird people. And if you're in Happy Valley right now listening to our show, I probably think you're a weirdo.
I love Happy Valley.
I'm just kidding.
If
I
you're
don't know
listening
you.
to our show, thank you for listening to our show.
If you're listening to our show in Happy Valley, wait for the fucking, the quote, and maybe we'll send a fucking t-shirt out to Happy Valley. Weirdos. and your weirdo football team. No, they're probably going to go to the national championship this year. At least they're going to get into the stupid 4-team tournament thing they do,
which is selected this week. Correct?
No, I think
either this week or next week. It's soon.
I thought it was in like November sometime.
They were talking about it last night.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think they're going to get selected to go to the thing with the 4 teams, which I think should be at least 6. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's way too many.
6 teams?
What's that?
Yeah, I think that the 4 teams at the end of the season for college football should be 6 teams.
I'm fine with 4.
You are?
Yeah.
I think 6. Is my dog bugging out over there?
Yeah.
What are you doing? All right, so on to this Nobel Peace Prize thing, or Nobel Prize thing. I gave everybody a mission to research one of these Nobel Prize winners, not knowing that every single one of these people is basically a fucking scientist. Bless you.
Thank you.
But here, I'm gonna give a rundown instead of just doing 3 a week. I'm just gonna give a little rundown. Monday, October 2nd, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was awarded to Jeffrey Hall, Michael Rosbash, and Michael Young for their discovery of, quote, molecular mechanisms controlling the circadian rhythm.
Oh, yeah?
That's sleeping. Plain and simple, they studied sleeping.
Why don't they just say that?
Because that's not as smart as saying what else they
Michael
said.
Young was the guy that I was going to do this week, and yeah, didn't go too well.
So Tuesday, October 3rd, the Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded to Rainer Weiss, Barry Barish, and Kip Thorne for decisive contributions to the LIGO detector and the observation of gravitational waves.
Dan, what's that one?
I read a little bit about this, and they basically are they were able to measure gravity and pick up actual waves in gravity. Like it's not just like a steady beam of gravity, it's like actual waves.
Pulsations?
Yeah. In space. Wednesday, October 4th, the Nobel Prize in Chemistry was awarded to Jacques Dubochet.
Yes.
Joachim Frank and Richard Henderson for developing cryo-electron microscopy for the high resolution structure determination of biomolecules in solution. So that's really important.
Can you see why we're not doing this?
And you wanted us to look at this?
I get a message from Kev like halfway through the week. You really want to do this?
And me, on the other hand, I'm like,
and I haven't even looked into it yet, so I immediately get like frustrated. I'm like, Kev, just fucking do it. I know you can fucking do it. And then I start looking at it. I'm like, nope, Kev can't do this.
I'm going along with it, and I'm like, screw it, I'll do it. And then I started reading it, and I said, no, this is bullshit.
You guys are assholes.
Thursday, October 5th, the Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Kazuo Ishiguro. I think he's Japanese. I just totally massacred his name. Who, in novels of great emotional force, has uncovered the abyss beneath our illusory sense of connection with the world.
Dude, you can't even pronounce their names, let alone what they've accomplished.
I've never once read any of these guys' books, but they sound good.
Oh, really? They sound good.
Well, they
Can you read the title?
They have great emotional force. They have great emotional force, and it's uncovered the abyss beneath our illusionary sense of connection with the world. I mean, that sounds important to me. I might have to Google this guy further And if any of this stuff sounds interesting to you, if I'm actually pronouncing any of it correctly, please feel free to Google it yourself and do some cool research. Maybe let us know what these people actually did. Friday, October 6th, the Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons. For its work, that we can deal.
Yeah.
All right, for its work to draw attention to the catastrophic humanitarian consequences of any use of nuclear weapons, and for its groundbreaking efforts to achieve a treaty-based prohibition of such weapons. So that's a big deal. And the last one I got here, Monday, October 9th, there's no way. The Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economics Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel was awarded to Richard Thaler for his contributions to behavioral economics. I got this list from Quartz Media LLC. Go check them out online. They don't pay us, but good little write-up on all the Nobel Prize winners for this week. Well, for this month. Happened this month, guys. You can't listen. I want to talk about some positive things. These are some positive things. Apparently, these people are making positive strides in the world, trying to make things better, and I think that they should be recognized for that by people who can recognize them.
Not by us.
Not by us. Go listen to Real News if you want to know more about these guys. So, do you have anything you guys want to add to the Nobel Prize thing? Any of that strike your fancy?
Yeah, please don't ask us to do that again.
Listen, Kevin, I'm going to ask you to do whatever I want you to do. And you're going to do it, at least to the best of your ability. And next time, start your message with, in all seriousness. I can't do this. Because I've already labeled you a hater. So just you saying, you really want me to do this isn't good enough. I need to know for sure that this is a horrible idea.
Once I started reading my guy, I was like, man, maybe Kev is onto something.
I started looking into it. I'm like, well, yeah, I can see exactly where Kev got hung up. The first couple sentences.
Oh, yeah.
You're a jerk, but you did too. You did too.
I did. New music for this week. Future and Young Thug put out a collaborative effort, Super Slimy. I'm never going to listen to it.
We went from
slimy.
Nobel Peace Prize
to super slimy.
Super slimy.
Something maybe you might be able to understand. Young Dolph, Thinking Out Loud is the new album. Keisha Cole just came out with the new album, 1111 Reset. Chris Young, Losing Sleep, some cool country thing if you're into that. Let's see. Darius Rucker. When was the last time is his new album? You might know Darius Rucker as Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish.
I love Darius Rucker.
I like Darius Rucker.
I think he's an awesome singer.
Let's see. We Came as Romans came out with a new album, Cold Like War. Movements came out with a new album, Feel Something. Jesse Ware came out with an album, Glass House. Let's see, the deluxe edition for the Yeah Yeah Yeahs came out. Stranger Things Season 2 soundtrack just came out. I'm excited for that.
No, I'm so hyped for that.
Boys to Men just dropped a new album, Under the Streetlight.
They're still doing music?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. That's realistically all I got for this week for new music. There's more out there. I just don't know who the hell they are.
I just saw the trailer for Season 2 of Stranger Things.
Looks good.
So are they like Ghostbusters now?
No, that was their Halloween costume.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Because they had the box and everything.
That'd be awesome if they were Ghostbusters.
Did you see the first season?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
I enjoyed it. I'm excited for Season 2. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. They already have Season 3 and 4, I guess, planned out. But I think they said they're going to stop after 4 or 5. So
Yeah, that's what I heard.
something to look forward to.
Well, that kid with the red, white, and blue hat on, he's mad old now. Like, he's in a commercial, and he looks like he's aged like 5 years.
He's in that Fios commercial.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they might have to
They don't pay us either.
break up this right. They might have to break up the story a little bit and change some of the characters. I mean, this season you can see that all the characters from season 1 are back, but we don't know if that's obviously what they're going to do for the following seasons. So, I'm struggling with my what's the point this week, but we're talking about TV shows, so I'm going to use a different one. I'm caught up on that The Deuce show on HBO. Caught up. There's 8 episodes in season 1, and they have 6 out. All right, so by the time you listen to it by the time you listen into this show, they'll have 7 out. But very good, very good. It's done by the same people who did The Wire, so they have like a lot of actors coming in and doing stuff from The Wire, which I think is cool.
Could you compare the show to something? Like another show?
The Wire.
Okay.
I mean, it's gritty like The Wire. It's kind of got the same sense of humor about it, which isn't much, but like it's a dark sense of humor. There's definitely some funny parts. For example, well, the show has a lot to do with prostitutes and pimps.
I'm interested.
There's a lot to do with that because basically it takes place in the early 70s, and it's essentially the beginning of the porn industry in America.
Okay.
Is what this boils down to. And so how the mob works with that, and like how the mob pretty much started the porn industry in America. And the cops were into it too because they were trying to clean up the streets with all the prostitution. Anyway, so it has to do with a lot of prostitutes and pimps. And I'm sorry, but I love the pimps in this show. I love them. They're all awesome. The Method Man plays one of them. Black Thought plays one of them. I don't know the actor's name, but he played Chris in The Wire. If you're a fan of The Wire, you know who Chris is. Chris and Snoop. You saw probably some, Kev. Chris and Snoop were the ones that were killing people and throwing them in the houses and nailing the doors shut and shit.
Dude, that was so awesome.
So awesome. Chris was like the dude that was with them. Anyway, one of the episodes, one of the girls comes up to Chris's character and she's like, I got to get off the street. I made extra money here. I want to get off the street. My feet are killing me and blah, blah, blah. And he like gets all close to her. Like he's going to like tell her to take the night off or whatever. He says, your feet hurt? You better learn to walk on your hands, bitch. I was cracking up. I love the show. All the actors and actresses in it are killing it. Maggie Gyllenhaal is awesome in the show. James Franco is awesome in the show. He plays 2 people. He plays twin brothers, and it's awesome.
Dude, I love him as an actor.
Dude, if you like him as an actor, you would love him in this show because he's really good in this show. It's like the brothers are so dope because one is like got his head on straight. He's like, good guy, and he wears like white all the time. And then the other brother, he's kind of like the fuck up, and he owes all these people money, but he's kind of like the muscle too. He always wears like black and stuff. They have like slightly different haircuts, and one wears white, one wears black typically, and that's the only way that you can really tell them apart because they're identical twins. That's what he's doing, and they were real people.
Okay,
so this is like loosely based on true events.
You ever see that show that he's in, 11/22/63? It's a Hulu original.
No, but I heard it's awesome.
It's phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that one about?
James Franco goes back in time, and he's spending time in, I think he goes back to 1961, and he has to prevent the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it's awesome.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a good show. Dude, I love him as an actor.
And you said that's on Hulu? It's a Hulu original thing?
Yep.
They've been killing it lately with their original series. They got nominated for some things.
Amazon's coming out with original series.
Yeah, Amazon's. They got it all over the place now. Cable's going to be a thing in the past soon, I'm telling you.
It can't be. Sports.
Yeah, but
sports
even like
cable.
Hulu's got this thing now where you can pay a certain amount of money to get live television, including that stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I think PlayStation Plus or PlayStation View or whatever, you can
Yeah.
do the same type
Yeah,
thing.
you can
now.
do a live TV on PlayStation View.
See, but my whole thing is with this stuff, like you still need the internet.
Yeah.
So
you need Wi-Fi.
you
yeah.
still need Wi-Fi, but like you're getting the internet from
Your cable
from your cable provider. So why would I do? I mean, I don't know. I checked when we set up cable here. We looked into PlayStation View.
Very expensive.
It is expensive, but they have everything. You know, they have everything.
I tried out View, and then I also got the Amazon Fire Stick,
Okay,
and did the
jailbreak thing.
jailbreak on it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's very complicated
Yeah,
just to find something to watch on live TV. And
Yeah.
if your Wi-Fi signal isn't the strongest, your picture's shit.
yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't worth it.
I find that half of my time on Netflix is trying to find something to watch. Do you have that problem?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though like I generally know what I want to watch, I still spend a goddamn hour looking at my options.
Yeah, it's funny that happens to Allison and I a lot. We'll sit down to watch a movie, and we'll spend 2 hours looking at titles
Yeah.
and looking at previews, and then by the time we're just like, ah, fuck it, let's just go to bed.
Yeah. I recently started the new HBO documentary Spielberg.
Okay. I saw that up there.
Guy's a genius.
Yeah.
Guy's a genius. And first of all, I never really knew how many movies that he had his hands in. Like I knew that like Jaws was his breakout movie and like nobody expected that and yada yada. But I also didn't know my dog is freaking out.
Dude, he's chasing his own tail right now.
He's bugging.
Like,
Usually like when we record, he is just elsewhere sleeping. He is literally running around in circles so hard right now.
Steven Spielberg
he's a genius.
Dude, he's one of the creators of the best trilogy of all time. Back to the Future.
Wow, I can't believe you think that.
Brought it
highly of
right
that.
back. Brought it right back.
I would say Indiana Jones is better than that.
No.
And he
Wrong.
did that too.
Wrong.
Wrong. Harrison Ford is a G, bro.
How can you beat time travel?
You're right. You can beat those movies though.
I hate you.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Taylor on this one.
No.
Something I also didn't
You're
know
wrong, too.
about Steven Spielberg is the fact that back then when he was first getting his start, they were like the Hollywood elite, like the directors. It was him, what's his name? Martin Scorsese, George Lucas, and De Palma, the guy who did Scarface. Those guys were like all best friends, and they all just hung out together and talked about movies, and all made like all these classic fucking movies.
Do you imagine walking into the room and joining in that conversation?
Oh my god, it'd be awesome.
It would be phenomenal.
It'd be awesome. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in Hollywood right now with this Harvey Weinstein shit.
The guy's a total sleazeball.
Like I've been reading some of the stuff about it, and it's just such a shame because now they're dragging other people into it. Like Ben Affleck is somehow involved in all this. Like he's groped some women, and then just released this week that like my favorite director of all time, Quentin Tarantino, knew about it and didn't say anything. Like he knew a lot of the stuff that was actually happening. He just didn't hear. It wasn't just hearsay. Like he knew like some of the shit was happening and didn't speak up. And now he's in shame.
The guy that does Family Guy, what's his name? Guy that does
Seth MacFarlane.
Yes,
Yeah.
So apparently he knew about it too.
Yeah. A lot of people were more or less in on it. Like not that they were doing it, but they knew because the Weinstein Company is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's one of the biggest production companies in the world. I mean, you don't even really think about it, but like you think about like when you see the 20th Century Fox thing, right? At the beginning of a movie.
right.
You see Weinstein Company pop up just as often. You just don't even realize it. There's tons of movies that are produced by that guy. And now, they're all like, "Oh, he's suicidal, he's got issues and all this stuff." It's just like, dude, like
Because you got
Go
caught.
fuck yourself. Yeah, exactly. You weren't suicidal when you were out here raping chicks. It's just terrible. It's terrible. And they all got their little clubs out there, you know? And I don't know. I feel bad for the women. I also feel bad that I don't know how to say this, but I feel bad that the climate made them have to almost be okay with it to get work, right? Like he wasn't just groping and molesting like waitresses or any. They were doing this to women trying to get jobs in Hollywood.
He used his powers,
Right,
and almost threatened them that, hey, you will not
You
get a
won't
job
work.
in this industry.
right.
And-
You won't work in Hollywood unless you give me a BJ.
And to some people that that's their life goal. They feel that that's what
They
they
move
had to
from
do.
small towns in the Midwest
Yeah.
or some cliche thing where they come to Hollywood expecting a new life and it's going to be challenging, but I can make it happen. This is the American dream. And you meet Harvey Weinstein, who thinks you're gorgeous and would put you in a movie if,
You bang him.
Yeah.
If you bang him.
yeah, or let him do this or whatever. Like I was reading that there was stories of him just like literally just walking up to women and just groping them. Just like nothing. And there's pictures of this guy with anyone you can think of.
Oh yeah, All
anyone
types of
anyone
big
you can think of.
celebrities.
Yeah, oh yeah. Anyone you can think of. He was connected to them. Sickening.
Let's switch gears.
Switch gears.
Kev, I saw you went to a hockey game yesterday.
Yeah.
Went to
Took
hockey
Cole
game.
to his first Flyers game. I mean,
Very
local-
first Flyers game.
Yeah, he's
your
my-
oldest.
My oldest. He's
Yep.
5. We got down there.
Did he like it? They saw a win.
Yeah.
They
Saw a
won.
great
Yeah,
win.
dude. Well, Simmons is his favorite player,
Really?
and
That's
Simmons
awesome.
scored the winning goal, and he was
Simmons,
so
I think
hyped.
he's going to be a captain, like the captain soon.
Of the Flyers.
Yeah, I
won't
do.
happen before the end of the season, and I think they will wait until Giroux moves on or is traded or something like that.
You think that's going to happen?
It depends on how the season goes.
And they have dual captains?
no.
No.
They have the assistant
The
captains
assistant,
and then
yeah.
captains. They have 3
They
assistants.
moved Giroux to the wing, yeah.
Yes, they took him out of center. I mean, he still takes faceoffs sometimes, but he's playing most of his time on the wing. But Cole had a great time yesterday, dude. They had to take your kids down there. It is expensive. We had great seats. We were right behind the players' bench, 8 rows off the ice. And like the kids stuff that's throughout the arena when you're walking around, like they had the guys walking around, not the players, but people that work at the stadium walking around with helmets on with sticks off the top of them. And you had to do ring toss for the kids and these pucks that they had to throw nets in, or these nets that they had to throw pucks into. He had a great time. He
That's
had a
awesome.
blast.
That's something that he's going to remember for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
You got to take him.
Absolutely.
You got to take him down to an Eagles game next, or Phillies game. Does
Take
he
him
like
to a-
baseball?
Take him to a Phillies game.
He likes baseball.
Yeah.
We just bought tickets for the Thanksgiving weekend game, Eagles Bears.
How much?
Oh my God! I
Ridiculous.
don't know if I'm at liberty to say it's that bad.
Yeah, it's
How?
expensive.
Where are your seats at?
Nosebleeds, corner.
And it's ridiculous.
Oh my
Still
God!
ridiculous.
That's stupid.
We are only a couple rows into the nosebleeds, like so we go all the way up, but then we're only like a couple rows. Like you know what I'm saying? You go to like the last section up, so we're not all the way up, but we're in that section. We're at like the beginning of that section, right on the corner.
That's one of those stadiums, though. There's good seats
There's
everywhere.
no bad seats in
Yeah.
that stadium, and honestly, for football and hockey too, I suppose I'd say I actually like to be higher up
Me
because
too.
you get to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not like you're stuck in one place and you can only see one thing. Last time we went for the Monday night game a couple years ago against the Giants, and we were right in the end zone, and that was awesome. But then when they get to the other end of the field, you don't know what's going on.
All right.
And I'm watching the big screen like I would be watching TV. So like, what the hell, you know? But this, it's like it's nice because we're on the corner of the end zone, so you gotta get a good view of the whole field. There were 130 apiece.
Ooh.
We bought 5 of them.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So, but I'm excited about it. It's a 1:00 game.
There's
Go
no
tailgate.
greater thing than going down and tailgating
Yeah.
all morning.
Yep. And the Lincoln Financial Field, hands down the nicest stadium I've ever been in. Ever.
That shit's stupid.
What?
To park for tailgating.
Oh, yeah.
How much to park your car?
$40.
Is it 40? I thought it was
$40.
20.
I guess
I
I guess
guess Flyers
depending
game
on
is
the lot.
20.
If you park like up close, I think it's $40.
Phillies game is 20.
Why does it change depending on the sporting event?
Popularity.
Less games. Like there's 164 baseball games.
Yeah, something like that.
It's 82 hockey games.
Right, but nobody, you also don't tailgate necessarily for those sports. I've never seen anyone tailgate for a hockey game.
I saw people tailgating yesterday.
All right, like what? How many? Like a couple?
Yeah, a handful.
Yeah, no. You go to an Eagles game and there's everyone.
Well, I
like-
mean it's a completely different atmosphere. But like Phillies games, dude, I tailgate with the best of them for Phillies games.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying there's definitely a difference between going for an Eagles game tailgate than there is a different sport, in my experience. I mean, I guess maybe it depends on the time of day that the game is. Like, I don't know how this is going to be. This is the first time I've gone to a 1:00 game. I've gone to a 4:00 game and an 8:00 game. And the 8:00 game was the best tailgating experience I've been to because people were literally there all fucking day.
Well, for the 8:00 game,
Wasted.
I think they opened the lot at like 10 or 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
Wasted.
For an 8:00 game?
dude, there is no tailgate like an Eagles tailgate party. It is crazy.
Some stranger gave me these ridiculous pot brownies when I was there for the Giants game 2 years ago. Bro, I floated into the stadium. Jackie had to like carry me with a string like a balloon, and I just like floated into the fucking stadium. Locked our keys in the car, all this stuff. I had to talk to a cop, try to get into our car.
While you were floating?
Oh my God. He's like, why are you floating? I'm like, none of your damn business. Why the fuck do you think I'm floating? What else could make me do this? I was like, guys, should I eat this whole thing? He's like, I mean, if you want to float. I'm like, blah. Ate the whole fucking thing. There it is. 20 minutes later, I'm like, this isn't working. 30 minutes later, I'm like, oh my God. Tie me down. Anyway, so yeah, it's fun. I can't wait for that. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad the Flyers are doing good so far, too.
They're doing phenomenal.
Sixers
Playoffs.
still suck. I
Yeah.
don't understand that.
It's
Well,
only
they had the first game, yesterday?
2 games.
They're in there. They're 0-3 right now, guys. 0-3. Tanking already. They're tanking.
Just beginning of the season.
Trust the process, my dick. On that note, we're going to take a little break here. We'll be right back with What's the Point and late review for Lou the Human. Spoiler alert. Kev hates it. Be right back. Welcome back to Might Be News, Week 10. Follow us on Twitter at MightBeNews247. That's MightBeNews247. Listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes. Listen, subscribe, share, tell your friends. With me as always, say what up, Kev.
You.
What up, Danny?
What's up?
All right, we're going to do What's the Point now. If you haven't been listening, What's the Point is our weekly segment where the three of us bring something different to the table and talk about it a little bit. Here we go. What's the point?
Is there a point to this?
What is your point?
Are you just gonna sit there and look stupid?
All right, before we get into that, real quick, I just want to talk about this contest we're doing as well real quick. So it's a weekly thing. We're going to do it for a little while anyway. All you got to do is listen to the show, tell us the minute marker that we say the title. Each title is different, and all it is a quote from the show. I make it a little obscure in the title. You know, I just kind of do a little attention getter. Now, what we want you to do is, in order to win this T-shirt that we're dying to give away here, we want you to share the episode, tell us the minute marker that this happens, that the title is given, and follow us on Facebook and or Twitter.
And tag us in the share.
Tag us in the share, tag the show in the share, or just comment on one of our shares or somehow. All right? All we need to know is that you follow the show and that you know the minute marker in which we tell the title. Deal? Sound good? Kev? Danny?
Down with it.
You guys are good?
Yep.
We're dying to do this T-shirt thing. We want to reward our listeners for hanging in there with us and enjoying the show with us. I've heard a lot of good things from people about the show this season. They're having a good time with us. We're not getting too political or too down on anything. It's been good. It's good.
The only thing I'm getting down on is your taste in music.
Well, I think that it's essential. I think it's essential for you to eat a dick. Essential for you to eat a dick. All right? And get some, you need to diversify your musical taste, Kev.
My bonds.
Instead of just listening to a minute and a half of one or two songs, you need to just let go and listen to what these musicians are trying to tell you.
I just referenced Wu-Tang and you totally ignored it.
I did totally ignore it because, I'm totally ignoring you from here on out. Danny, this has been a great show so far.
I'm enjoying it.
Which I can't do it for much longer because we're going to tell Kev to go for Kev. What's your point this week?
So I saw a story on
Danny, what's your point?
Oh, you're a jerk. You know what? Screw you.
What's your point for real?
I saw.
Better be fucking good, Kev.
Can you quit interrupting me?
Is it good? I'm going to tell you in a minute and a half if it's good or not. We're going to move on if it's not. Deal?
No.
All right. What's your point?
So I saw this story on the internet of this dude, Romeo Carter, 41 years old, 510 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, in Miami. His wife puts him on a strict diet
of
losing weight.
Wow.
Puts him on a strict diet, 510 pounds. So he said, I'm tired of this diet. I can't handle it no more. He drives to his local Burger King, realizes that the Burger King's closed, breaks into the Burger King, walks over to the fryer, and proceeds to drink the fryer oil.
Ew, dude. Ew.
Oh.
And the report says, which I think is a farce. I mean, this says that he drinks 25 gallons
Ew,
of
dude.
fryer oil.
Is that even possible?
No, your stomach can't hold 25 gallons of anything.
500 and some pound stomach might be able to handle
Dude,
that.
this dude, he looks like a knee. Like, if you think about, dude, this 510 pounds, this guy looks like a freaking knee.
This is a true story.
Yeah.
It's not fake news.
No, it's not fake news.
Might be news. Might be fake news.
Might be fake news.
Wow.
I'm talking about it.
Yeah. All right. It's your point. It's your time.
But he could face up to 35 years in jail.
For drinking fry oil?
Dude, he broke into an establishment and stole from this establishment.
Wow.
And he got released on bail. but could be facing up to 35 years. And that leads me into my point.
Okay.
What is your top 3 favorite fast food restaurants, and what do you like ordering from there? Danny, you go.
Oh, I like the grease from Chick-fil-A. I mean, my favorite fast food has to be Chick-fil-A. Love Chick-fil-A.
But what's next? Well, I mean,
What's next?
I'm right there with you.
Wendy's.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A, Wendy's.
You put McDonald's over Burger King.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
This is Danny's time.
Get off of my time.
You asked the question.
It would be.
He's giving you an answer.
It would be Chick-fil-A, the original chicken sandwich.
Okay.
It would be Wendy's.
With or without pickle?
With.
Ugh.
This is my time, Kevin. The original chicken sandwich with pickles.
No cheese.
Do you
No, just the fucking chicken and a pickle on the bun.
On a
do you dip it
bun.
in any of their sauce?
Sometimes, not all the times. And if I do, it's the original Chick-fil-A sauce.
That one lonely pickle gives you enough flavor?
There's usually like 2 on there.
2? See, I don't know because I don't get them with pickles.
And me either.
You guys are not living your life to the fullest.
Pickles are fucking disgusting.
You're fucking disgusting. This is coming from a guy that likes ranch dressing.
It's true. I do.
Like if you in a perfect world and you could make a combo, like would you take the fries from one place, the burger from another place, or chicken sandwich from another place, and like the milkshake from another place?
Yeah. You mean like make a fast food dream team?
Fast food dream team.
Wow. Well, first of all, my top 3 would have to be Hardee's, number 1.
I
Wow.
don't think I've ever eaten at a Hardee's.
Oh, dude, you got to. Go south.
There's also Hardee's out by Lancaster.
There is a
Lancaster,
Hardee's.
New York.
Hardee's is great. I really enjoy Sonic as well. Sonic has to be up there for me.
I can say that I've never once had Sonic.
Dude, Sonic is like the fast food Five Guys. Like it's fast food, but the burgers taste like Five Guys. You know what I mean?
Five Guys is fast food.
Yeah, but it's not like fast.
Whoa.
Fast food.
Fast food?
Fast food, in my opinion, has to have a drive-through.
Yeah, I was going to say
Five Guys does not have a drive-through. You have to get out of your car.
You consider Five Guys fast food.
Yeah.
Well, then I put that above Wendy's.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I don't consider Five Guys fast food because they don't have a drive-through.
This is Kevin's point.
Kev, you're wrong. You're wrong. It doesn't have a drive-through, so it's not fast. You have to get out of your car, which I don't know anybody who's fast out of their car. Right? At that point, you're getting it at your own time. You got to wait in line. There's only one line.
So when you go into McDonald's and
fast.
order takeout at the counter, it's
when
not
was the
fast
last time
food.
you went
does
into a
that?
McDonald's?
Me.
You park your car and you walk into McDonald's and you order food for takeout.
When I am on my lunch break,
Your musical taste is trash. Your
and you're doing fast
decision-making-
food wrong.
Your decision-making choices when you come to doing fast food is horrendous, Kev.
So no, you're telling me when I leave my work,
Yeah.
I park at the McDonald's, or I pull into the McDonald's parking lot, and it's 8 cars deep, but you can see inside, and there's no line at the counter to park your car, get out, order your food, and you're out before the people in the fast food or in the drive-through line have even moved. That's not a logical decision.
There's logic there, but you're just flat out wrong at all times now. Okay, so I like Sonic a lot. I like Hardee's a lot. And if I had to go between Wendy's, Burger King, and McDonald's, I got to go Wendy's over everything.
Yeah.
Baconator, baby. Baconator.
Junior bacon cheeseburger. So like $1.49.
Yep. Junior bacon cheeseburger is great. Bro, I get the fucking triple and add bacon to that bitch.
Son of the
They
Baconator.
don't make wrappers that fit that thing.
I'm not down with Wendy's fries though.
I'm not
Really?
down with them either. They're like way too
No.
salty now.
Dude,
I
love 'em.
like Burger
used to-
King's fries.
Yeah, Burger
Ugh.
King's fries are the best.
I would
What
take-
world are you guys living
I would
in?
take Burger King's fries along with Wendy's burgers.
I like Sonic's fries as well, and they have tater tots as well.
Sonic
They're good.
also has really good boneless wings.
They do.
See-
Sonic has good
see.
everything.
I'm with Burger King's burgers,
Okay.
McDonald's fries,
Yeah.
And Chick-fil-A cheese dipping sauce.
Who has the best milkshake?
It'd have to be Chick-fil-A.
I like Chick-fil-A's. I really like Frosties.
Yeah, but
from Wendy's.
screw Chick-fil-A. Today is Sunday. You can't even go get Chick-fil-A right now.
Correct. Which, how funny was that the Atlanta Falcons put a Chick-fil-A in their stadium?
Yo.
And they fucking play on Sundays.
Yep. That was something I pointed out on Facebook.
Yeah.
Said they put a
Well,
Chick-fil-A in their stadium.
They made like another restaurant in there. They basically made a chicken sandwich just to like shit on Chick-fil-A because they can sell it on game day.
Well, you also have to think of the other events that they're going to have at that stadium.
Sure.
Concerts and other...
Well, that and they'll play Monday night at least once a year. Thursday night maybe once a year. But it's not guaranteed that they'll be in that stadium.
That's retarded.
It's silly. All right, Kev. That was a great point for someone who lacks intelligence. Danny, what's your...
You are a fucking asshole. You're such a jerk.
You know I love you, Kev. I just can't stand you.
Screw
sometimes.
you.
I watched a really good football game Friday night, local to us. It was a high school football game. It was Downingtown East versus Coatesville. And it brought me back to my days playing football and the rivalry that's between sports. And it brought back that fire that I had and my hatred for that rivalry school when I was playing sports. So I wanted to talk about the rivalries in sports. You know, we have like back when I was playing football, it was Coatesville was our rival. And then when the schools split, it became the other Downingtown school. For the Eagles, it's obviously the Cowboys or the Steelers. So what are your guys' best all-time rivalries in sports?
You got to go with Red Sox Yankees is a big one.
Oh yeah,
Phillies Mets.
Phillies Mets.
Phillies
is
and
a
Mets
big one.
is big too. Yep.
Yeah.
Phillies Nationals is a big one now too.
That's becoming bigger than the Phillies and Mets.
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
yeah.
But just because the Nats are good and the Mets have been decent, I guess. I don't know, but they're both really like close to us.
Well, I also think part of it has to do with Jason Worth.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, because back when Jason Worth left the Phillies, the whole reason he left the Phillies was for more money.
Yeah.
And then you had, at the same exact time that he was leaving the Phillies, Cliff Lee was asking for a pay cut to go back to the Phillies.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that played a lot into it.
Yeah.
But then the Flyers and the
Flyers,
Penguins,
Penguins, baby.
that's a big
That's a big one.
rivalry.
Huge.
The big one.
Huge.
Let's see. What else is there in football? There's
Eagles, Cowboys.
Eagles, Cowboys. He just mentioned that.
Oh, did
Fuck
you?
Dallas.
What else?
And Eagles Giants won? I mean, I guess it's
It
Eagles.
is.
Like everybody in our division is
Yeah.
more or less like a rivalry, and the same can be said across the league. You know, you got the Packers, Vikings, Packers, Bears, Packers, Lions.
Isn't Steelers Bengals a big one too?
Yeah, again, they're in the same division.
Gotcha.
So like, if you go that route. Let's see, more in baseball. World Series is getting ready to start. The
It's the
Houston
Yankees.
Astros and the
No, the Yankees got eliminated, right?
yeah, they got eliminated. Yep, they
So
lost Game
it's
7.
the Dodgers versus the Astros.
Yep, I'm going for the Dodgers.
I'd like to see the Dodgers win.
They got Chase Utley still out there.
Yeah.
All right, any more?
Michigan versus Ohio State. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
big one in
college has a lot of really good rivalries, especially in football. Ohio State, Penn State's a big one.
Michigan versus Ohio. That's actually the number one rivalry in sports.
They have the Hawkeyes and Northwestern's a big rivalry.
So according to ESPN, the Redskins versus the Cowboys is over the Cowboys versus the Eagles.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've heard that too because they were both really good in the 90s. Like they were always going back and forth at it, you know, when we were kids, big time.
I'm just excited for some good rivalry football. We got the Eagles playing the Redskins on Monday night. That's a big game coming up.
Yep.
8 o'clock.
Yep, Monday Night Football. Actually, like 8:25 is probably kickoff.
Won't finish till like 12:30.
Yeah, but that Friday night football game where Downingtown East played Coastal, that really brought up a little passion in me. Made me think about that.
My point for this week is
Nobody cares.
wow.
How's it taste, Taylor?
Wow, Kev. Just give me a minute, Kevin. You can give this.
And
Lou
we're
the
on
Human
to the
album
late
with two.
review of Lou
late
the
review.
Human.
That was a good. What's your point, everybody? Let's go. Let's go, Lou the Human.
I hate you guys. All right, so my point this week is how much I just cannot stand LeVar Ball. The NBA season has started, and I know that I brought up whatever his son's name is, Lonzo Ball, and how he hates Nas, and that broke me. I don't want to speak about it anymore. But now that the NBA season has started, ESPN and whoever else covers the NBA just flock to this guy for his post-game reactions, his pre-game reactions, his opinions on life and how the world turns, and I can't deal with it. I just can't deal with it. I was excited for the NBA season this year. There's more than 2 super teams, but I really cannot stand this fucking guy. His teeth, his face, everything about him is punchable, and I just feel like the guy's a complete ass clown and has no reason to be on TV. Out of all these athletes, you mean to tell me that he's the parent, he's the best parent out of all of these? I'm sure that
He's the most outspoken.
He's a piece of shit, is what he is.
I like him. He's good.
He's a piece of shit. Well, that goes with you, Kev. All right, you guys can both be pieces of shit together. Okay, I fucking hate this guy. I think he's a complete clown, and I mean, props to raising 3 great basketball players that have little to no musical taste. That's one thing. Second thing,
Because that matters.
well, who gives a shit? Listen, they're all great players at basketball, but I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand what this fucking guy has anything to do with it past a certain point.
It's ratings.
He just pulled his youngest kid out of school. He's going to homeschool him because he disagreed with the coach on his basketball team. He's out here. He's going to be talking shit whenever he already got into a Twitter battle with somebody that was guarding his son. Like, that's what we have to look forward to all year this year. Is just, I think it's just going to ruin the season for me completely.
It brings ratings. That's why ESPN always flocks to him.
It does, and I mean, I guess like when you put him and Stephen A. Smith together and they're yelling at each other, it's mildly entertaining. But it hits a point where it's just like, why are you guys talking to this guy? Who fucking cares what this kid's dad thinks about anything? About anything. Irrelevant. Just fucking pisses me off. It drives me nuts. And there's nothing like that in football, which is ultimately why it's better than everything. That's my point.
Good point.
You brought up the term super team.
Yeah.
I hate that the NBA does that.
I do too, but now there's more than 2.
Yeah.
Last year and the year before, it's kind of like, all right, let's watch 90-some games just to make sure that Cleveland and Golden State makes it. Everybody knew who was going to go.
Always been that way, though. The fucking 90s had the fucking Bulls.
Yeah, but they weren't shoo-ins. Like,
Yeah.
they lost in the first round a couple of times. They got kicked out of the playoffs. And not saying that that's not going to happen to Golden State or Cleveland, but it's been very lopsided the past couple of years. And this year I feel like, injury permitting, I mean, Boston, the Celtics were supposed to be really, really good with Gordon Hayward, and he's gone.
In the first, 5 minutes?
First 5 minutes. So, I don't know what's going to happen in the East. As we touched on briefly earlier, the Sixers are 0-3 currently, which I'm very disappointed in. They got blown out the other night because the East is a lot easier than the West. The West, you got Golden State, you got San Antonio, you got Houston, you got OKC. There's your playoffs, basically. The East, you got Cleveland. and Boston. Toronto's okay. That's it. So, like, the East is where we should be. That should be an easy playoff run for the Sixers, hopefully, this year. But I don't know. Basketball, to me, basketball sucks until playoff time anyway. I can't get into it. And oddly enough, I do thoroughly enjoy college basketball when it comes to March Madness.
Oh, I hate March Madness.
Really? I
With
dig
a
it.
passion.
Why is that?
I can't stand it. Because, well, I'm not a big basketball fan.
Yeah.
I can't follow basketball. And March Madness, that's all you see. No matter what channel you turn on, it's college basketball. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. If you're not into basketball, then yeah, I wouldn't.
I hate it.
It's
And it
tough
sucks because both of my kids were born in March. And I hate March because of March Madness.
Wow. Because that's all that's on TV.
That's it.
It is. But you get a lot of those really exciting games. I feel like during the season, that excitement isn't there, right? Because, like, they're just kind of playing for nothing at that point, especially in college. College, you just play a season, and depending on how good you are, you get into the tournament. But you could lose the tournament the first day. You could be ranked number 1 and lose in the first day, which is wild.
Villanova last year.
Yeah,
they lost in,
Villanova.
the second round?
Second round.
I mean,
Second or third.
I
don't remember.
did watch when they won everything.
I do. I enjoy watching Villanova. They got a really good team every year. But college basketball is a lot of fun. I like college football a lot too. I've been really having a lot of fun with that this year.
Love college football.
I just really wish they would extend the playoff. I do. I think 6 teams would be great. Anyway, so that's my point for this week is LeVar Ball can go fuck himself. And so can Kev. So, late review this week. We're doing Lou the Human. The album is Humaniac. Here we go. I know it's a little late, but
You're just hearing about this?
Can't believe I'm just hearing.
Why didn't I know about this sooner?
Hang up and try again.
all right. So, this week, what do you think, Danny?
So we reviewed Lou the Human. I thought it was all right. I thought the guy had some decent skills for being, you said he produced this by himself, right?
He did. He produced this whole thing by himself. Let me give you a little background on Lou the Human. Guy's 21 years old. He's from Staten Island, New York. For those of you who don't know, that's also where the majority of the Wu-Tang members are from. He shows a lot of Wu-Tang influence in his music. White guy, so automatically you think he sounds like Eminem. He also shows a lot of influence from Eminem on this album. The album is 10 songs, 45 minutes. Again, he produced the whole thing himself, I guess, in his mom's basement. Made all the beats himself, wrote all the rhymes, and it's pretty wild.
It was just released October 13, 2017.
Yep.
There were some songs that I thought he sounded too monotone. Just didn't change his voice at all and just rapped.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm convinced that Danny knows what monotone means. I'm not convinced that you know what monotone
Are
means.
you serious?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
This is Danny's time.
Okay.
Schizophrenia, Macklemore, Lou's Dead, fuck rappers. I mean, decent songs. I give the guy 6.2.
Wow.
6.2.
Okay. Well, Kev gives it a 1. I can tell by that smirk on your face.
No, absolutely not.
Kev, what do you give Lou the Human?
So I applaud him. I
Wow.
applaud him just like I applauded you. He's putting himself out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's making his music. He's doing him, and he's an artist creating something awesome.
Mm.
And have at it. Take your platform and do you.
But
Do what you need to do. But you asked me to listen to this.
yeah,
I did not know. I did not know of him before.
right.
When I turned it on, I did not like it.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of one of the, like, if you're playing video games online or something and somebody you don't even know is playing fucking music in the background. That's what it reminded me of.
Okay.
But monotone, I know what it means.
What is
And that dude's monotone.
What do you mean?
Speaking in one voice, like one pitch constantly. And he does that on a couple songs.
Couple songs, I guess, maybe.
And the couple songs that I listened to that I did not like. But to get his rating up, in my opinion, or my rating, I did enjoy some of his beats. I did like his beat for Macklemore. And I forget
Probably
what
my favorite song on the album.
I did enjoy that beat. But there was a couple other tracks that I listened to that I did like the beats from the songs, but I could go without hearing his voice because he is very monotone.
Monotone means that
you don't have to give us the definition.
Listen, I'm going to give you the definition because you're wrong. All right? Monotone means one tone.
Monotone means speaking in one tone for one whole thing at the same time. This is exactly what he sounds like in some of the songs that he raps.
So I'm correct. Not wrong.
This album is about Lou the Human having multiple personalities. Now, multiple personalities come out on this album.
But when you sit there and you record like this and you don't change the pitch of your voice and you're just sit there and talking and then you go into the freaking computer and change the pitch, it doesn't change the pitch across the board.
Well, his one personality is Monotone Man.
I listened to this album on repeat for basically a week. I like it a lot.
So then you should be very, very educated on the term monotone.
Listen, I am very educated on the term monotone. Guru from Gangstar was the king of monotone, and I dug that too. Listen.
Can I finish my review?
Give it, numerically. Give it to me. I'm fucking gonna break here. You're breaking me, Kev.
I give it a 3.5.
I'm gonna fucking malfunction on the show today. Jesus Christ.
3.5.
3.5. Thank you so much. I'm glad I waited for that. Jeez. All right. So, my review of Lou the Human Humaniac. Like I was saying, he has multiple personalities, and there's a couple songs on here where they come out. There is a distinct tie to old Eminem on this album, where he has like a high-pitched voice kind of follow him through the album. And what this voice is doing is more or less giving him bad ideas. And as you listen to the album, you find out that there's two other voices that he uses on different songs to represent other voices in his head. As you get to the end, you start to realize that this is he's just imagining all this stuff, and he's kind of just writing songs about it. One thing that I thought was very interesting on this album is that it's 10 songs, and there's literally one hook on the whole project. There's only one hook, and that comes on the song Born, where he actually raps. He makes a couple Eminem lines into a hook and raps it himself. Very interesting album. My favorite tracks, Roseanne for sure, I enjoyed. Brink is great. Halal is great. Macklemore is probably my favorite song. Schizophrenia is wonderful. Last Laugh is great. That's got an awesome Led Zeppelin sample in it. And the final song, Who Knows, is kind of where he ties it all together and really explains the meaning of the album. So if you didn't make it that far, I can see why it doesn't make much sense. I see what you guys are talking about with monotone to a point. He does have a distinct flow throughout the album. It's not necessarily his tone, but he does have a very more or less signature flow that he uses throughout the album. I give this album a very strong 8. I do. Simply because, like you said, Kev, and this is something I very much agree with you on.
Oh, my God.
Is that I applaud him for doing it himself and kind of putting himself out there and making this project on his own. The beats are incredible for somebody who isn't a staple producer in the music industry. For somebody who's just doing this on his own, he did an incredible job. The album sounds great. I give it a strong 8, maybe a 9 on a different day. And Kev's wrong.
You just told me you agreed with me.
I agree with you on one stupid thing that came out of your mouth.
And next week we are reviewing Adele.
Next week, I guess we're going to try and review, what's that band, Kev?
Score.
The Score.
Yeah.
I listened to it.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Good.
So that's the show for this week, guys. We are... Oh, Kev, do you have this week in history?
Yeah. But, nothing.
Is it bigger than last week?
Yeah. October 24th, 1940, the 40-hour work week went into effect underneath the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938. So you can thank 1940 for the 40-hour work week, because I bet you were working 7 days a week prior. 1992, the Toronto Blue Jays became the first non-U.S. team to win the World Series. 2005, civil rights activist Rosa Parks died at 1992. At age 92. Jeez, I'm butchering this. October 25th, 1962, John Steinbeck was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature for and he wrote Mice of Men and The Grapes of Wrath. October 27th, 1997, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 554 points, forcing the stock market to shut down. 2 days later, but a bunch of years prior, October 29th, 1929.
Start this point over again?
2 days later, but a bunch of years prior.
Right. So in 2007, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 554 points, forcing the stock market to shut down. That was 1997, October 27th. October 29th, 1929, the New York Stock Exchange crashed on Black Tuesday preceding the Great Depression. I thought that was pretty wild that they were only 2 days apart, but several years apart. I mean, I figured that I don't know, that kind of...
Well, it goes up. It's in waves, you know. Like there's peaks and valleys in the stock market, and everybody's talking about how well it's doing right now. But I'm not excited about it because what happens? It goes down.
Always.
So, I guess we'll see.
I thought that was pretty wild.
That is wild.
Cool. Good
So
stuff.
That's what you got there.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's it. That's it. It's good.
It's good. Good job today, guys. Well, specifically you, Danny.
You know, you did a really good job today too, Taylor.
Fucking hate both of you.
Kev, actually, you did a really good job today. You held your own, all right? You stand up to me whenever I call you on bullshit, and I applaud you for being a dingleberry.
Even though you give fake news for a guy drinking 25 gallons of fryer oil.
I'm leaving.
Fraud.
I'm leaving.
I was about to do a fake news story this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, remember I told you guys about that killer clown in the haunted house?
Oh, yeah. That was fake.
Turned out to be fake.
Yep.
So pissed.
Yeah. Well, thank God he didn't kill all those people. But
Fake news.
fake news. Wow.
Hashtag fake news.
You're doing hashtags over there?
Hashtag.
Physical hashtags?
That's fake news, but this might be news.
This might be news to you. And I'm Taylor Cooper. With me, as always, say peace out, Kev.
Love you guys.
Say peace out, Danny.
Peace out.
Follow us on Twitter at Might Be News 24/7. That's Might Be News 247. SoundCloud, iTunes, all that. Listen out for the title of the show. If you made it to this point, you already missed it. It's somewhere behind us, you know, in this thing. So go
This
listen
thing
to
that
it.
we call our show.
Go listen to it. We're working on some guests. We may or may not take a week off for the mid-season finale. We're looking at, I don't know. Maybe we'll see you next week. Maybe we won't. Probably. Probably not. I don't know. Thoughts?
None.
We'll play it by ear. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next time.